Hi, this video is going to go over some of the need to know info for Module 2, which is the dog license data. Activities 2 through 5 will cover some information here, and then I'll do another quick video on how to make the pivot table. The dog license data can be found at the Western PA Regional Data Center. Once you get comfortable with this, you can always select your own spreadsheet to work on together, but this is one that is updated every year and our kids always find interesting. You can explore on your own, or you can even just go up to the search tab and search for the dog license data. And it should appear. So the dog license data, so we'll want it in the CSV form so that you're able to analyze it. So we'll click on CSV or just on the Allegheny County dog license data, and it'll come up with previous years. My internet seems to be nice and slow here. All right, so we're just going to go with the 2021. You're welcome to click on the preview if you want to explore that with the class, just so that they can see ways to preview the data before they would download it for other future projects. But I'm just going to hit download. And so this isn't a CSV file, and I did have in a note here that you do. This is one I already created, sorry. Here's what it'll look like the first time that you download it. I did add a note here that the CSV does not save, so you'll need to go up and save as. This video would just be with Excel. So we're gonna save as, I'm gonna save it. I'll just save it to my downloads, that's fine. I'm gonna change it to 221 dog data. And we need to save it to an Excel, because like I said, any changes you make, it's just not going to save with the CSV. All right, so here we are. So a couple of things, just going through the activities. As far as lesson 2 or activity 2, you can see if you start scrolling down, there's a lot of data, a lot of data. I like to show the kids here over on the right that you can pull that down all the way to the bottom, and you can see there are over 78,000 rows of data here. Get back, just want to make sure that screen was still there. So over 78,000 rows of data. So that would take a long time. If we were going to go through this and tick how many different names there are, tick it off, that would just be an insane amount of time. So luckily, we have all these resources that can sort through this large amount of data for us. So a couple of things. So this is even going down into activity 4 now. How many rows of data? We've got that. There's 78,740. What information did the county decide to share? So your column headers at the top, we have the type of license, we have the breed, the color, the dog's name, their zip code, the expiration year, and then the valid date. So that must just be when it's valid through. So this is the information they decided to make public. And then going into activity 5, we're going to start to do a little bit of analysis. So some things that we can do as far as counting the rows. So I scrolled all the way down to the bottom. We could also just click on one of these column headers, and you can see down at the bottom of your screen, it gives you the count. So it tells you that there's 78,000 numbers, 78,726 there. Some other things we can do is to start to sort, which this will help us analyze, but still the pivot table is going to be the one that's going to tell us the most, but this is going to be able to help us look at a little bit of information. So if we go to data and then sort, my data has a header. So say we want to sort by, we're talking about the dog name. So we'll do the names here. Dog name. And we'll do A to Z. So this has sorted by our dog names. You can see at the top here, there's just some numbers, there's question marks. So different types of data here. We get down to the actual names. The number ones are first. I did sort alphabetically. Some initials up here. Aaron, Abigail, Abby, and you can see down. One other thing we show them too, you can do a quick count once you sort. Like for example, there's a lot of Abby's here. You can highlight You can scroll down and just highlight that segment. So if you wanted to go through and see how many names, this gives you the count at the bottom. There are 55 Abbeys here too, but it would take a long time. And then if you did the Abbey with that spelling, then there's Abbeys with different spellings too. It would really take a while, even with sorting, to go through everything. So that's why we're going to have the pivot table to help us here in the next section. Let's see, what else do we talk about on the sheet here? I think that probably covers most of it. Just a couple of things that aren't even on the sheet. I always show my kids too. I like to just add in some formatting, like showing all the borders in, and you can even highlight the column headers here, just so you're able to see all the data a little bit better too. Are just a couple of things that I like to show them as well. But this will get you through the basic sorting, counting. So definitely some tools to help you, but still this would take a fair amount of time. So that's where the pivot table is going to come in on our next video that I'll film right now.